Welcome back to another episode of Reality where I've got all the gossip you need to know. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Snapchat show and make sure you listen on all the audio platforms. Now, a couple of days ago, forgot to mention it was my birthday. I'm not 30 yet, by the way. Why do the newspapers keep doing this? In one article, it said I was 35. Guys, I'm not even 30 yet. Anyways, I'm a year older, and I was just been living my best life. I did have a bit of birthday anxiety, I'm not going to lie to you. Didn't want to post it, but I did end up posting on my Instagram page that I was at a spa retreat with my best mate. I had loads of drinks and had loads of great fun. Now, I'm not going to lie, it's been a good birthday this year because not only have I celebrated another year in January, but actually Winter Love Island's just kicked off. Like, I'm really happy about that. So obviously, I'm not in the studio alone. I've got company. I've got Eve and Jess Gale, everybody. And you know what? I wanted to make sure that you two were here for this first ever episode I did where I discussed Winter Love Island, because you two were on the first ever Winter Love Island in 2020.
Yeah.
That was when I met you. And that was the first year, I think, I started covering Love Island. Yeah, when I started doing my interviews, that was the first year. So thanks for coming in. We're going to talk about Winter Love Island, but... thanks for the birthday wishes, girls, by the way. You did. Because I was like, do you know what? When I posted the picture on Instagram, I'm like, oh gosh, is anyone actually going to wish me happy birthday? Because I don't usually do it. So I'm like, oh gosh, I'm a bit scared. But thanks
nerve-wracking.
But we are going to run through some hot topics quickly. Obviously, last week we had Nick on the show from Too Hot to Handle. He won with Jawahir, and he revealed that they have now split up. Now, a lot of people on the Instagram have been asking me, Will, do you think Nick and Jawahir are going to get back together? Do you know what? I think that the biggest issue here is just the distance. Jawahir at the moment is in London / Amsterdam, and Nick lives in LA. I just think, them long distance relationships, it can't always work. Do you know what I mean? When you want to kiss, what are you going to do? FaceTime? When you want to have sex, what happened? Do you know what I mean? All these things, for me, I don't know. But then again, I have a friend who's in a long distance relationship and they're about to get married. So what do you guys think about long distance relationships? Like, can it work for you?
I feel like you would have to be in like a really solid relationship first to make it work. So I don't know if they just come out of the show. I don't know, but I think it would be hard.
It's tricky because they actually, obviously, Too Hot to Handle, it's a bit different to Love Island in a sense where, it's live and they just come out and then they're all doing the interview. So Too Hot to Handle was actually filmed a year before.
Yeah, they had that year.
Yeah, so so Nick and Jawahir actually lived together.
Oh, wow.
So Nick moved to London, I believe, and they lived together for about 6 months, and then they travelled the world and they lived together.
Jesus.
But then even after that, they realised that it just wasn't for them. But I think that was a good tester though, isn't it? I think when you live with someone, when you travel the world with them, if after that it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Do you know what I mean?
You tried it.
Have you guys ever been on a vacation before in the past with any of your exes?
You had a
vacations?
little trip, didn't you? Yeah, I mean, I've been to Paris.
People have always said that they make or break relationships.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't as romantic as you'd seen. I feel like I was arguing the whole time.
You were arguing the whole time?
Yeah, I mean, I'm arguing a lot, but I feel like that was just the relationship in general. But
that's why it's not there anymore. Damn. Cool. Up next, talking about Prince Harry. Prince Harry's released this autobiography called Spare, and he's just spilling unnecessary tea, actually, about his own life.
I actually can't believe it. At first I thought it was a joke. I didn't realise it was
I
actually
thought everyone was joking about it. I didn't realise that he was the one who had actually said
I thought
it.
someone was putting on a voice, the voice recording. I was like, this isn't actually him. But
I thought everyone was just making up rumours about it. I didn't realise it had come from him.
It's actually come from him. And one of the revelations was that he lost his virginity to an older woman, I think in a field outside a pub or something. It's like Harry, we've got love for you, but we just didn't need to know that information.
You can just imagine the rest of the family listening.
Can you honestly imagine them in Buckingham Palace just putting it on? When did that happen? How did we? Their PR team must be fuming. They're like, right, how do we correct all of this? Exactly. And he also claims that his brother, William, physically assaulted him and grabbed him by the neck. And it's like...
the details.
The details are just so... And look, in this... No, not in the book. In one of the interviews he did to promote the book, he was saying that, he wants his relationship with his brother, William, to be better. And with his dad as well. And it's like, if you really want to improve your relationship with your brother, you're going to be fuming. It's like, you just aired our flipping family business. Yeah. What the hell? So I don't know how he's going to do that, and I don't know how that's going to work. But anyways, back to the matter now. Love Island is back on our TV screens. Obviously, we've got a brand new host, Maya Jama.
Yeah.
I think she's doing a flipping great job.
Yeah, I feel like she looks amazing.
She looks amazing.
Like, I feel like all the boys were like, want her.
But can I say something about Maya Jama taking over this role? Like, it's clearly made for her. Like, that's a no-brainer. But because Maya is just someone that everyone knows, people almost want to know more about her. They're like, well, we want to see more of Maya. And people were like, actually, can you just make her a contestant? So we can watch Maya's love life play out in front of us. And I just said, look, make Maya a contestant and throw in Stormzy as a bombshell. Or the other guy she was dating, the basketball player, I forgot his name. Throw them all in. I'll happily watch that with some popcorn. I don't know. Because Maya herself has also got quite a big personality, it's like, we need to see more. Like, I know that with Caroline and Laura's role, they would pop in every now and then and leave. We need to see more of Maya, I think, on the main show. Yeah. Obviously, we'll see her on After Sun, won't we? But yeah, what do you lot think?
I just feel like at the moment, like, it's all everyone seems to be talking about is Maya, and like everyone is saying like, oh, like, I feel sorry for the girls because it's like
they feel like she's blowing them out the water.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
like imagine trying to like talk to these guys and then Maya just keeps popping in.
Can you imagine?
I'd be like, don't look.
Even during the recouplings, like the guys will be looking at Maya and the girls will be like, stop looking at her.
Yeah,
stop it.
But it's like you can't even blame them. So,
you can't.
Yeah, but I do think like it is like what the show needs, especially for the winter season, because I think it is hard. Like everyone is just still thinking about the summer one. I feel like they need something, and like Maya is like what is really making everyone be like, oh my god, the new winter season, it's got Maya on it. So I think that's good.
She is good. But overall, how have you girls been? Like, it's been great to see your growth. And I'm happy that we still know each other. Like, 3 years ago we met now.
I can't believe it's been 3 years. Like, my Snapchat memories come up and it's like, it was like 3 years ago today. Well, actually, I left the villa 3 years ago today because I think ours was like a little bit forward. It was literally today. I was like,
oh my God, I was in there.
Yeah, you were in there. I've got a Snapchat of me and my mum. I was like crying and I'm like, I can't believe it's been 3 whole years. Like, it feels like a lifetime ago, but then also like, what was life before? Like, it's so weird.
And how's life been like for you since after? Because I think I was chatting to you guys in the cafe. I just feel like you guys have really been enjoying it all, like, and been enjoying the experience, which is important.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'd say like we have had such a positive experience with it. Like the way, like, everything's still going on.
Because like we came out and we were young, like we were 20.
Yeah.
I just kind of like always just have seen Love Island as like fun, and then the fact that we kind of like obviously then we left uni and it's like we've gone into our career, we've just always had fun with it, and like we're very lucky to be able to like influence and travel. So like it's been good, like, and we're just still, you know, going with it now, and I'm grateful.
Yeah, and you guys have been like traveling. You've been in Dubai. Tell me about Dubai, please, I beg you, because everyone goes there. I've not been.
Like,
one of my good friends has just moved over there.
Wow.
Like, everyone's going. What's the selling point? Like,
you know what? I don't actually like Dubai.
What?
Like,
we just end up, you know, when it's we go there and then we just end up extending and staying there because it is quite easy.
Is it comfortable?
Yeah, like live there, like it's
London.
like city life but with the beach. So yeah,
but it's very like superficial, and it's very like. I go there and it's just like I end up wanting to leave like a BBL and stuff. Like, it's very
But why? Is it because you're seeing so much BBLs?
You're surrounded by it, and
yeah.
like it's just really like flashy. And then sometimes you just look around, you're like, is everyone actually having fun here, or like is everyone just pretending? Like, it's social media everywhere. Like, it's very like.
I feel like it's easy to get sucked into that life. It's like a breath of fresh air to get back. I feel like we spent too long there.
But that's what kind of puts me off it, because I feel like you're right. It's a like very social media place, flashy.
But like there's not actually that much to do. Like, you go on like the buggies and stuff and like the jet skis, and then you kind of party, but there's not actually much to do.
Really?
So like I do like it. It's nice to go chill though, but then it's also nice to just come back into the real world and be like, right, like this is my reality, not that.
Yeah, exactly. And back to Winter Love Island, obviously, because you guys experienced it and you lot know what it was like. During Christmas period, did you know you knew you were going on Love Island?
I think we knew. So we flew on the 3rd of January.
Okay, so you knew during Christmas, like, was it hard to keep that from friends or from family and stuff like that?
I mean, you're told not to tell anyone, but obviously our family knew. So like my immediate family anyway. So I feel like it wasn't really like a normal Christmas. Like, you know, in Christmas you're just kind of like lazing around. It all feels like a weird like like lazy period. For us, it was like prep time. Like,
and we were literally getting calls every day from like the execs and stuff like that. Like, it was just so intense.
Like making sure your passport, your medicals, that everything has to be in check. Like, so it wasn't really like a chill Christmas where we were all just like chilling. It was like, right, our flight's soon. Like,
but and you guys found like temporary love when who were you guys with in the villa again? Obviously Ched.
I was with Callum like at the beginning.
Oh,
but
I
left I actually can't even believe that.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Like, now that's like, that was just like, did that even happen? Like,
yeah, it's so long ago, yeah.
And then obviously Jess was with like Luke.
Oh yeah, I was with.
Hold on, what? Luke T.
I was with Luke Mabbott for a bit.
Oh yeah.
So I was with Luke Mabbott, then I got with Mike, and then I got with Ched.
I remember Mike. Yeah, I remember Ched. Yeah, exactly.
Ended it with Ched.
Do you feel like Love Island's like a good place to like find a long-lasting relationship?
I think it can be. If you like, I think it kind of depends really. Like, I feel like for me, like I went in there and maybe I was just a bit closed off to the idea. Like, I always thought, I was like, really, I'm actually going to find someone in here who's actually like me. I thought, what are the chances? Like, what, you get like 6 people in at the time?
No, but there's a good chance because during the casting process, surely they grill everyone about their type and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
I think there is, and like obviously like people are literally getting married, but I just feel like, I don't know.
But
maybe...
sometimes I look at it and I'll look at people, like even like people that we know will go in there and I'll just think, yeah, there's no one in there for them. Like, impossible. They're not going to find it. Like, they're just not. And
unless you're really open, like, I think you have to be so
unless
open.
you change your kind of type or something and then it works out. Like, you know, sometimes they say go for something that's completely not you. Like, sometimes I just think impossible. Like, they're just not going to find someone in there, like, because of that kind of person that goes on.
And oh my gosh, have you heard about the social media ban for contestants now?
Yeah, I feel really sorry for them.
Why?
I just feel like when you're in, so like even with our own followings, like from our own experience, like it grew like throughout the show. Like every kind of like day you'd be gaining maybe 10k, another 10k, and then eventually it builds. And like I've been looking at their followings now and like no one's really following it.
It's really hard to grow because they're not allowed to put, their families aren't allowed to put any content out. So it's like, why would you just follow an account when you can't see anything? And like, obviously at the end they'll gain their followers. But I remember like Eve was managing my social media and she was just putting up like funny videos and they were getting like millions of views and stuff. And that then makes people follow you. And I just think when you come out, I think they're going to be on a lot less followers.
But then at the same time, if you've gone on the show looking for love, then why should that matter?
Yeah, exactly. You were in there for love, right?
Why should that matter? But then obviously we know the reality of it. We know the truth that some people, even if people do go in looking for love, they would like to come out to some followers. They would like to, you know, they would like the possibility of maybe getting into influencing or whatever. Yeah. So it's a bit tricky.
And you know what though, I think now like do people really go in for love or like do they just like, you know, like want to be Molly May? Like I went in like open to the idea of it, but obviously like I was like, wow, like, the amazing opportunities afterwards. Like you can't deny it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But then there is the other side of like obviously the mental health for the family members who are managing it. Like I don't know how it was for you guys when you were managing each other's social media accounts or whatever, like looking at the comments, like they're saying this about my sister.
Yeah, like to be fair, like when you say that, like my older sister was a mess. Like she was so upset. She kept bringing ITV.
She was taking that anxiety.
Yeah,
really?
She signed off work because she could not deal with it. I was getting, so we got a lot of hate at the beginning, like really horrible.
We got
messages.
like, you know, like the death threats and that. Like we did get that.
And the other day, just out of curiosity, I went on my blocked accounts, and it was all the accounts that Eve and my sister had blocked when I was on the show. And just, I don't know why I did it to myself, but I was like, I'm just gonna have a little look. And I was just reading some of the messages, and obviously I'd never seen them before. And I was like, Jesus Christ, like, people are literally like, you know, burn in hell or commit suicide, you horrible bitch, die. And like my sister was getting hundreds of these every day, so she was like signed off work, like taking anxiety meds, like, and my mum was reading them all, and the thought of my mum reading that
my mum was
heart.
in tears like the
Your
whole
mum was in
time.
tears because of the messages.
Like, my mum found it really hard. Like when I came out, like my mum was just happy I was out, and then she could just be like, you're here, like.
But see, do you know what? That's the side that we don't see.
Yeah.
So what you've just described there, that's what ITV is seeing. ITV are clearly seeing, you know, like distraught family members call in saying, I'm seeing it. Do you know what I mean? So I guess this social media ban kind of does make sense then.
But also I feel like the thing is it doesn't stop the trolling, because like you can still trend on Twitter, and like that doesn't, just because they don't have an account, it's not on their
TikTok,
page, but it's still
they
there.
They make fan accounts and then everyone just comments it under the fan accounts. So I guess it's not going to the family directly, but it's all still there. Like trolling, like can it really be stopped? Like I don't know.
No, but at least it's now not coming directly.
Yeah, they can't.
Wow, I can't believe you guys went through that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm actually really lucky because I didn't actually, because at the beginning of the show, like we were very like hated, and then towards the end, like people were like really lovely. So I came out at the end where it was all so lovely. Whereas like Eve, you dealt with the hate, and like,
I was like
my sister and my mum.
trolls for her. I was like, I was battling people.
Damn. Well, I'm glad you're all right now. Like, is everything okay with social media now? Is it a bit more nicer? A bit more like...
As I was saying earlier, like the only, like, I don't get hate on Instagram. Sometimes on TikTok, I'll get the weird comments.
What do they say to you on TikTok?
Just like, they'll just say weird, like, why do you look weird? Or like, ew. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Just like weird comments. Like,
kids. Yeah.
What's happened to your hair? Like, shut up.
Screw them. But please tell me you've seen the news that was announced today that ITV are going to be introducing this new Love Island style show, but for middle-aged people, so older people.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
So single parents will be going on who have maybe been divorced or whatever, and they're going into a villa to find love. Now, all I'm saying is, I better not see my mum on there. No, because like that's... So you know how like the parents will be seeing their children on Love Island?
The children
we will be seeing our parents on that show. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've seen so many people say this. They've been like, we want a version for older people.
It makes sense.
I feel like it's intriguing. People will want to watch it to be like, right, is like, what's going on here?
But you know what I want to know, yeah? Obviously, if the show gets really, really big, does that mean that these parents will become influencers in their own right as well?
Oh yeah, like what happens?
Really? Yeah, like what's the story? Like,
career.
You know, are they the next Boohoo Man models or the next? Do you know what I mean? The next Pretty Little Thing deals?
Yeah, and
maybe it'll be like
Marks and Spencers.
Karen Miller and stuff.
Literally. But this new season of Winter Love Island, I'm enjoying it. How are you feeling overall? Like,
to be fair, I think always at the beginning, like it's always hard to compare it to the season before, and it's always like, oh my god, it's a bit dry
at the beginning all the time. But then I feel like it will spice
got potential. Like I think the contestants are just kind of like warming up, and like they just need like a few more bombshells and things like that. And then I think it could be really good.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, look, you've seen all the boys now. You're single, so I'm going to ask you, who would you couple up with? Now I've got a list of some of the boys as icks. They've all given us their icks in their press interviews before they went in. Now Kai, 24 from Manchester, science and PE teacher. He said his ick is, there's loads. Having smelly breath is one.
Fair enough.
Fair play.
Yeah.
And he said, and I don't like a girl that calls me mate or bro and stuff like that. Basically, he don't want a ghetto chick.
No.
He doesn't want a ghetto chick. But you know what? From Kai, I get like footballer vibes from him, you know?
Yeah. He seems nice. Like, he seems quite quiet at the moment, but like, I don't know.
I feel like he's probably like, I feel like he'll get to it. He could be a bit like an Adam Collard.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think he looks like Adam Collard.
Like
I think they look like each other.
Yeah, I feel like, it'll be interesting when there are like more girls. At the moment, I think, you know, he's just sweet, like with his girl. I think when there's more girls, like he might, you know, play around a bit.
Cool. So would you couple up with him, yes or no?
Probably out of them, I actually would.
Yeah, cool. And by the way, I made a video about Kai on my TikTok, and loads of people are commenting saying, "Oh my gosh, that's my teacher."
It is, because I feel like there's so many kids.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're just like taking the mick, or I don't know if they're joking. I don't know. I just don't know. So the next one is Ron, at 25 from Essex, financial advisor. He said his biggest ick is patchy fake tan.
Oh, I mean, I can be guilty of that, so I can be
Oh, it's hit a nerve there.
Yeah, I think Ron might not like me.
Well, what do you think of him?
I actually really like him.
I think
he seems
he's
really
funny.
sweet, nice, funny. I don't think he'd like my tan.
So are we not stepping forward to him because of that? Or
After that, no.
No. And then we've got Shaq, 24, from London Airport, security officer. He says his ick is, he says, I don't like rude people. It automatically puts me off, and hates slang words.
Fair enough. I feel like everyone uses a bit of slang though, right?
Yeah, what does he mean
So
by
does he.
slang?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But no, I think he seems
he
nice.
seems sweet.
Is sweet good enough? Sweet's like, he could be my mate, but we're not.
They all seem quite sweet. I feel like they're quite sweet this year, like just sweet and like.
But I feel like we never fancy any of the guys.
Yeah.
I feel like
Really?
I feel like when guys go on Love Island, they just become so unfanciable.
What? Hold on. So, do you think that guys going on Love Island is an ick in itself?
It's actually a fact.
That is jokes.
But like, if someone I was seeing now,
I feel like out of Love Island, they'd be better, but because they're there, it makes them a bit like, ooh.
If someone I was seeing now said they were going on Love Island, I would literally be like, ick.
So that's a nick in itself.
Yeah, which is kind
But I feel like vice versa too. Guys probably think that about us. Love Island, ick.
So Shaq,
oh my God, I'm literally my own ick right now.
Shaq, are we stepping forward? Are we coupling up, or are we just leaving him till later?
No, we're just leaving him.
Yeah.
Fine. And then we've got Will Young. You know, he's big on TikTok. Farmer from Buckinghamshire. He says his biggest ick is when someone's rude. And you know what? I can see that. He's a very happy guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's so sweet. I really like him, and it kind of like it hurt my heart when I saw him like not in a couple.
Yeah.
So I
take it.
Yeah.
Couple up with him.
Couple up with him.
my heart to her.
But you know what? Some people are saying on social media that he's like friend zone material because he's always dancing, he's always smiling.
Yeah. That
but
dance he did.
But you,
did you see?
But do you like guys like that though, who are like really like energetic? Would you like a calm, chilled?
I feel like energetic when the time's right. I feel like all the time energetic can be a bit much.
Yeah.
Maybe like needs to chill a bit sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, so we're stepping forward for him. Are we coupling up?
Yeah,
with him?
we are. We're
leaving
going to
him to
step
the
forward
side?
for the vibes.
For the vibes. And the farm as well. Harris, 21, Doncaster, TV salesman. His biggest ick is big feet. Anything over the size of 5.
Well, I'm 5.5-6, so I'm out.
They're way too
I'm
big.
What is that big feet for a girl? 5.5?
No, I'd say 5 is kind of maybe average. So anyone just.
What size for you?
Well, I mean, we're the same. But when I wear heels, I normally get a 6 because it's like they hurt on a night out, so I get bigger.
He might not like that because he might think, you know.
He'd take one look at my shoes and say no.
Yeah. So are we pushing him to the side a bit, or are we coupling up?
Yeah, I can't possibly.
The feet.
We don't make
I'd walk forward and he'd be like, them feet.
Cool. And then we've got David, who is the bombshell, I believe, from Essex, 24, money advisor. He said his ick is when girls sing along to messy songs like Wonderwall in the bar. Sorry, but what's wrong with that?
I mean,
sing song.
yeah,
Come on,
it doesn't
man. Like,
harm anyone.
Yeah, I think.
So we saw him on last night's episode. What did we think of him? He took Tanya on a date.
I think he's good looking. And yeah, I feel like we haven't really seen too much of his personality yet.
No.
But yeah, like
He looks quite nervous a bit. I think he just thought, I'm on Love Island. Let me just see what's going on. But he looked a bit nervous, so we'll give him time. Now, I hear that you two are friends with Olivia.
Yes, go Liv.
Spill the tea, spill the tea, spill this. What's she like as a person?
Honestly, she is like the loveliest girl. Like, we will back Olivia like till the end. Like, she really is. Like, she's just such like a good person.
She's
like,
a real,
inside.
I feel like they haven't really shown it yet, but like she's such like a girl's girl as well. Like I feel like she'll make friends in there. Like she's just she's lovely. Like she's not bitchy.
I kind of feel like she came across, and other people were saying this as well. Like in the first episode, she kind of came across as like really bold, like the way she stole that girl's guy. Do you know what I mean? But I was kind of watching it like that's not really her. Like she actually is really like she's like a good girl, like sweet girl, girl's girl, loyal.
I do feel like she's a bit older than us. I think she's 27, 28.
Okay, yeah.
And so I think she knows what she's doing. She's gone in confidence. She's doing her thing. She knows she's on Love Island. Like I feel like she's very just like, you know, like in her just like powerful girl era.
I like that. And in the dirty laundry task, it was revealed that she had like a catfish account or something like that for a guy. Do girls do this?
I feel like don't we all? I feel like everyone
really?
I feel like everyone has preying Insta. Maybe that's just me being like crazy.
For a guy,
and weird,
you just look at their stories, see what's
not
going
even
on.
for a guy, just for everyone. Like, I'm scared to view a story on my main. Like I have to be on my private.
I have to have a burner account. So she's a girl's girl.
Yeah.
And from all the guys you've seen in there, like which guy do you honestly think, just out of everyone, that she'll eventually end up gravitating towards and actually that guy being her real type?
I genuinely feel like when I saw it, I was like, oh, no one really is for her in there.
Really? At the moment, I mean, more guys will still come in.
I think it's going to be someone who comes in. I don't think
she'd like. Wait, Kai's the teacher, right?
Yeah.
The one she stepped forward to. I think looks-wise, like that is her type.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that is who she would go for.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether this new guy is her type.
No,
I'm not really
I don't
sure.
think. I think if she's to get into like a serious couple, I think there needs to be someone new. I don't think there's anyone in there for her right now.
And has she been in like many relationships in the past? Is she like a sociable girl when she goes out, when she's in the bar? Like, what's the vibe?
She's like, so she's never been in a relationship, but she would have one, but just with the right person.
I can see why it's like this industry. Like, she goes to like the same like clubs as us, like same events,
really?
and it's hard to find like serious relationship guys like in the club and stuff.
Oh, so she's kind of been in like the Love Island circle and everything before.
Yeah.
So she knows people.
She knows people.
We met her at Kem's house party.
Really?
This was before we were on the show as well.
Yeah.
And I think she'd been speaking to him. I don't think they were like speaking like, romantically. Like, I think it was just like kind of like a friend thing, like same thing where we were there.
Yeah.
And I think like she was in talks for Love Island before. Like, this wasn't like her first.
Oh, really?
Kind of,
Yeah, I feel like she's been like almost like every year, like
She's
they've
auditioned
kind of
every
been
year,
in talks.
yeah.
So now she's on it. I was like, yes, it's about time.
Yeah, it's her timing. So yeah, she's been in the circle, like she knows it. And I think this is why, like, I think she's coming across well. I think she knows how to play it, and yeah, I think she's just doing her thing.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I know you said that Kai would kind of be like her type in there at the moment, but who would be her ideal type overall? Like, describe Olivia's ideal man.
I think she even said this herself, literally Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Like, tall, dark and handsome. That is her
Yeah,
type.
and I feel like she wants someone like just really confident and just like
Like
vibes,
a real
like
man as well.
like when they put her with the Will, the farmer. At first, I was just like, oh no, just separate them now. It's just not gonna work. Like, it's only a matter of time before, and it literally was like seconds. She was like, oh, he's sweet, but no, and I was like, yeah, she's staying true to herself.
Does she like a bad boy?
I'd say probably she does like a bad boy, and that probably explains why she hasn't been in a relationship, because like she likes a bad boy.
Fine. Now, obviously, she's now paired with Tom because he chose her.
Yeah.
Is she happy, do you think?
I think she's happier, but she could. No, she's happy, but she could be happier. In the words of Wes who said that, I think so. Yeah. I mean, I think I mean, in there you do kind of have to like go for like who's in it. Like, even though it's not from who you'd go for on the outside, the best out of that.
I feel like if her exact type came in Casa Amor, she would go for it.
Yeah.
So
wow.
I hope
I'm rooting for her, man.
Yeah.
I think we said it earlier, either off camera or on camera, but I can see her being a main character in this.
She has main character energy.
She does. Like, don't sleep on her. Like, she has main character energy, so I can see it 100%. Now, we're going to run through the couples, and I just want to get your predictions. I want to know what you think. What do we think about Shaq and Tanya? Now, I'm not going to lie. In the first episode, I'm like, you know what? Can kind of see it. Whatever. Cool. Then Tanya kept on saying, oh, you know, I just don't think I'm ready to kiss at the moment. And I thought, you know what? Good on you, queen. You know, like, standing your ground, waiting for the right moment. But then she said again, I'm like, she's giving excuses now.
Yeah.
Don't actually think she likes him that much, and she probably had to, like, you know, wait off a bit.
Yeah.
Whereas he's really eager, but then he seems like a really, like, good soul guy.
I just feel like girls don't like it when guys are too keen too soon, and I feel like that could potentially ruin it.
We even said that though when we were watching it. We were like, you know the way he like asked for a kiss and then she said no, and then he like kept going on about it. We were like, just stop. Like, you asked, she said no, like, and then he said like, I really want to kiss.
I feel like if a girl wants to kiss you, like, she will kiss you, like, she will.
The way he kept bringing it up, we were like, no.
I don't know. I can also see why he's doing it, because when you think about it, let's just take our minds away from watching Love Island. He's on a game show.
Yeah, he's grafting.
He's trying to make sure he stays in there and secures his relationship to keep him. Do you know what I mean? That's what I also think.
Yeah.
So I think he's doing it in the wrong way, in a sense where...
It's kind of too early, like, because when, like, already on the second day, when you see them, like, oh my God, like, we want to kiss and stuff, it's like, chill, like, it's the second day, like, it's okay. But, like, obviously, like, I do kind of see it as well. Like, literally, there could be a public vote. Like, he wants, like, his girl.
Yeah.
Like,
he's trying to solidify it.
He's trying to solidify it.
With a kiss.
We've kissed now.
Yeah. But then the bombshell, I think David came in and then went on a date with Tanya.
Yeah.
And David must have been like to Tanya, oh, well, you know, you seem quite like solidified in your bond with Shaq. And she's like, oh no, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
That's what made me think, what? So what's going on here?
Yeah, I think he's probably at this stage way more into it.
Because also it's the boys, like a boy is going to go home first, isn't it? So the boys are probably now like trying to latch onto the girls.
Yeah. What are we thinking? Oh, hold on. Do we think they're going to last, or do we think they're just going to like fizzle away? What do you think?
I think maybe if he like plays a little bit chill and like doesn't like get like really like clingy when the other guy comes in, I think they could do. But I just think like right now it's literally the second day.
Yeah, literally. What about Kai and Tanyel? And I said this to you earlier. I don't know why, but I feel like they suit each other.
Yeah,
I feel like they are each other's types.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like with them, they're probably both like, I can see them being like both kind of quite chill, like not wanting to like suddenly like kiss on the first day and like not wanting to be like, right, like it's us two now, like power couple. I can see them both being quite chill, so it might work out, like if they're just both. But then I can maybe see him being a bit of an Adam Collard, like we said, so you don't know.
Guys, can we agree that he looks like Adam? They look like each other.
He looks like Adam.
I don't know. I just think Tanyel's hot, you know.
Yeah.
Like she's hot.
She's giving me Anna vibes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I think she sounds like Anna.
It's given a mixture of Anna, not Ekansu, but I don't know. I think more on the Anna side for sure.
Yeah.
Because Anna was just confident with it, bossy. She knows she's beautiful.
Yeah.
But she won't be taken for a dickhead.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's what I think is going to happen here. I think if Kai tries to do the Adam Collard stuff and tries to whatever,
she won't have it.
She's not going to have it. Yeah, I think we can have drama from her. In her VT, though, she did say, I love the gossip. It's just drama. So I do feel like she will bring us that Ekansu type drama.
Yeah,
right now she's so quiet,
so
but
that's,
it's going to come.
So when I say she reminds me of Ekansu, that's what I mean. I think she'll bring drama. So yeah. So what are we thinking for those two?
I think, I think
they're a good match.
Yeah, a good match. And he just, if he like stayed loyal, I think they could be.
Yeah. What about Ron and Lana?
I feel like he likes
he
the
seemed
new
to really
girl,
like Zara.
doesn't he? Zara.
Yeah.
The new bombshell.
And I actually think they were quite cute, like Ron and Zara.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe Lana could be suited to someone else. I don't know.
Do you know what? I think in the beginning, I thought with those two that they were suited because number one, they seemed quite basically, some people who end up winning Love Island, right? They're just quite no drama, just quite plain sailing. That's the vibe I got from those two straight away. Yeah. And I just thought these could be potentially our winners.
They could stay through.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But then when I saw the bombshell come in and his head turn, I'm like, all right, not sure about that anymore.
Yeah, I feel like if he was so like wow, and like if you're so like that at first, like he could be thinking that in his head. There's no need for him to voice it. So for him to really voice it like that shows like he's gonna. Yeah.
What about Harris and Anna May?
I feel like we haven't seen a lot of Anna May.
We haven't seen a lot of them at the moment.
Sometimes I actually just think, like, where are these people? Like, what are they doing? Like, I mean, he seems a bit into Liv, maybe. I don't know. I feel like we need to see more of her. Like, what's she doing? Like, where is she?
Literally. Obviously, we've already spoken about Olivia and Tom, but you never know,
Yeah.
You never know. It can be you never know. She might just end up liking him, and that's that.
Yeah, like
do we think that if he grafts hard enough, then she might just be like, you know what, he's actually putting in a bit of effort.
I think so. And also I feel like with Liv, I know we said like, oh, she wouldn't go for someone who isn't her type. I feel like maybe like, she says like she's not had a boyfriend. Maybe like she will use this experience just to be like, right, I'm just going to go for someone different and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And she could win it with him.
Maybe. So what do we think of what's going to happen at the next recoupling then? Because at the moment, who's single? We have obviously David, we have Will, and we have Zara. Like, what do we think is going to happen at the next recoupling? Someone's going to be dumped.
I feel like it will be
girls.
No, it's girls picking.
Yeah.
I think Will will probably be going home. But I don't
do that to our Will. He did not bring that much energy to go home in the first week.
They keep him in, like, for the sake of him being in there.
I'd be very shocked.
He needs to stay in because you know who he reminds me of. He reminds me of Curtis.
Yes.
He is a Curtis. Like just the way he's sweet, and I just feel like they need him in. Like they need that character in. So hopefully they keep him in.
I don't feel like I want any of them to leave yet. I feel like it's too early for a dumping.
Like, producers won't let him go. I feel like they're going to step in somehow. Please.
Do you not remember that season where Shannon was in it and she got dumped after like a day? Like, what the?
I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it.
But I've heard that. I think that was producers. I I feel like she wasn't really following the rules and stuff.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know what to say, but like, I've heard that she was just like speaking about stuff. So when you're in there, like obviously, like, you know, it's a show, like it is produced, and like they do give you like quite strict instructions. Like when you wake up, it's like you need to go to the beach hut at the time they tell you to. Like even if you're halfway through your makeup, like they're really stern. Like go, like you can literally have one eyebrow on and one off, and they're like, no, go now. Like generally, everyone's going in with like concealer all around there, and like just little things like if you're talking about something they don't want you to speak about, like you need to cut that conversation. And I just feel like she was, from what I've heard, like she was just kind of like just doing her thing, and like really, I don't think it was really I don't think producers were really liking that. And then she went after a date. Like, so crazy.
But when you say like following the rules, okay, so it's just like being certain places at certain times.
Yeah. Basically. And also like you have this thing, it's like hold the chat basically. Like if you're like talking about something and they think, oh, actually, like we want them to have this conversation like a bit later with this person in it, they'll literally just be like, hold the chat, like just don't speak about that. And like you literally just have to change it. And like there was this thing called like shit chat, where like you just talk about stuff which isn't related to the show and like the production. So like just like what's your favorite color and things like that, because they want to get the gossip at like a different time.
So the producers could stop a conversation and say go into shit chat.
Yeah. They say that a lot.
But that's a natural conversation.
Yeah, though. I mean, and that's why it is frustrating. I mean, I can see why they do it, because like, you know, it's a TV show, like you're producing it, like it needs to be done
like
how they want it.
Do you remember me and Jess, I don't think any of this was aired, but me and Jess had a little argument, as sisters do, and then we were like making up from the argument, but we had to hold it and we couldn't speak about it. We had to just speak about like random stuff, like what's your favorite colour, like stuff that, so they could film it when they were filming it, if you know what I mean. So we were really like, I need to make up with her, but we couldn't.
We were like, as sisters, like, you know, like when you're so close to someone, like we just wanted to talk to each other as and when we wanted to. Like I could not hold what I wanted to say. So we'd go under like the duvets and stuff and like just try and talk and like take off our mics, and they would literally be like, no, you can't
we can hear
that.
You.
Really?
Yeah. So I think that's what happened.
Right, girls. Now it's time for predictions with our crystal ball. In front of you is a crystal ball. You are Love Island mediums. You are Love Island psychics. And I believe and trust that you will guess and predict the future of this series. Put your hand over it. Just practice. Just practice. And I will ask you girls a string of questions. And I want you to predict the scenario. Just get into it. Come on, girls. Just get into it. Just keep on.
Oh,
all right.
You're like a professional.
Right, girls. I want us all now, all three of us, so let's just think together. Okay? Is your friend Olivia going to stay with Tom?
I think no.
For a little bit.
No.
Oh, a little bit. Why do you think a little bit?
I think in case some more, if someone else better comes in, she'll go for that.
Really?
I think sooner.
Sooner than Castle.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're predicting a breakup between those two. We're predicting that they're not
unfortunately.
compatible.
It's on
they
the
won't be together. That's all right. Keep on moving it. Keep on moving it. Keep on moving it, girls. So that's gonna happen. They're gonna break up there. Any predictions right now on who could be a winner in the villa? And remember, this could be an individual. This could be one person who meets someone in Casa. But at the moment in the villa, who has winning energy? Who will be predicted to be a winner?
I say Liv. Liv has main character energy.
And predict Liv.
Yeah, winner energy. She does.
But I also think, as just whoever he's with, I feel like Will is giving winner back.
No, I can feel it.
Me too, really strong.
The guides are talking to me.
Really strong.
No, the guides are talking.
Not together.
Maybe it will be Liv and Will.
I think Liv and Will should be finalists.
The guides are talking to me that actually Will make it to the final.
I'm getting that really strong.
Are you getting it strong over there as well?
He's with, whoever it could be, whoever, just as long as it's.
I feel like he has the power to be the main character and carry whoever he's with through right to the final.
Right, fine. Let's keep going. I've got another question in. The guides want to help us with this. Will anyone have sex in this year's series?
Oh, I'm feeling
Will it
like
happen?
yes.
Yeah,
are we feeling sexual energy in that villa right now? Yeah, I'm getting it. It's coming. It's coming. So we're feeling some misbehaviour in the villa this year. Girls, who's gonna go home first?
God, this is hard.
I think.
It's hard, I know.
Oh, I think I know.
What are you feeling?
You know the young 20-year-old boy who Liv is about to not go for?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Tom.
Tom. I'm getting Tom.
I feel like we're giving Tom bad energy.
I'm getting paranoid. I'm getting paranoid. I thought literally.
Oh my God, imagine if he's leaving now. Like, you know, like how it's filmed, it's
Yeah,
not live.
it's
Oh my gosh, don't make me
Imagine if that was
scared.
Tom.
Maybe Tom's leaving the villa now,
Maybe
because
it's
you're right.
happening
Nick.
right now, and it's a different time thing in South Africa. I think it's ahead or before, so it could be the evening.
Oh my God, if he does that, I'm actually going to feel really freaked out.
That we've done it.
We've done it.
If Tom actually leaves, oh my God, we are.
I feel like we owe him an apology. We just did that.
Guys, wait a second. Do you know what I want to know? So what actually happens? Like, so they film you guys. Is it played out the day after? Like,
It's filmed.
how does it work?
Ours was filmed, and then they let me speak to my mum and dad. I think it was a day after, because my mum and dad obviously they weren't allowed to know.
Yeah.
And then I had to stay in South Africa for like 3 days because if I went back to the UK, obviously that wasn't aired yet. So it would have all have happened right now if it's the same. And then I could go back to the UK when I was allowed, because it's a couple, So it's like if I was just walking around the airport and everyone was like, oh, there she is, then it would be like, oh.
At Heathrow, hold on. Talk to me about the recouplings, because I've heard that actually the recouplings can take like hours to film or something like that. Really?
Oh my God,
It's long. You know when you're stood up there and it's like, oh.
It's the speeches
down.
and like, you know, like how on TV it looks like everyone just does the speech really
And they
smooth
just say
one time. Oh, people do their speeches like up to 3 times. Like you're doing your speech.
People stumble and stuff.
Yeah, you'll stumble. You'll get the giggles, or like they'll be like, "That was not good." And
You'll
like,
even
you
have to
add
say
more.
the person's name again. So you'll be like, the person I'd like to couple up with is, and then it'll be like, all right, can we get that again? So you'll have to stand and be like, the
So
person
they
I'd
know
like
and
to
that
couple
everyone's
up
just
with.
that's awkward.
Yeah, it's awkward having to redo things twice because it's like it doesn't come with the same like energy as before. Do you know what I mean?
I remember like when Ched was making a speech for me, like, so it's always like kind of like it's never just all smooth, and he was doing it and he was like kind of saying like he paused and stuff, and the Nia on the tannoy was like, no, like Ched, like what was the end bit you were gonna say? And he was going, no, there's more, and they kept it in. Yeah, they kept it in though. Like, but yeah, the speeches take ages.
Really? And like, do you know when a recoupling's about to happen? Like, does the vibe change in the villa? Like, did you know, like...
I mean, sometimes it's so unexpected.
What?
Like, but you have to have like chats with the people about who you are actually going to pick, so they know like who to have the camera on.
Oh, so
and, like,
they
who goes
know...
home. Yeah,
Wow!
of course. You have to discuss it, like have a discussion with them before you just say it. I don't know what would happen if you just went rogue and said someone that you were. They'd be like, well, hang on a second. But yeah, that was, I mean, we had to do that anyway. Like,
And where are the cameras? Because someone said that when the recouplings happen, there's like bigger cameras that come in, or like...
yeah, they
or is it the
kind of like
same?
come out the bush and like zoom in. Like sometimes even you'll just be sat there having a chat and like a camera will start moving and come up to you and be like, oh, this bit's being filmed.
Yeah.
Is that a cameraman or just like one of those
like
moving cameras?
From I don't know where it comes the
Wow.
bush. Not like a man, like
Or
a...
like when you're having a conversation, sometimes you'll say something and then suddenly the camera will be like zzz on you and you're like, oh.
yeah, you'll see it twist.
Oh my gosh. And I've also heard about the eating thing, that obviously we see you guys making breakfast, but for lunch and dinner I hear you guys
Yeah.
have like really nice catered meals.
Yeah,
it's
with
all-
producers, with like the team.
Oh, with the producers, so you chill with them?
Yeah.
Do they ask you about the show? Like, what happens?
No,
That's
you're
like
not.
strictly like when I said earlier, like shit chat. Like you're not allowed to talk about anything to do with the show, and if you
Even
are, like
amongst
they tell you
yourselves.
off. And they
Really?
separate boys and girls as well, so you can't like, I guess, like build connections and
Oh
stuff,
my
or like
God.
have any like cheeky game talk. Like
yeah.
it's got to be
and
very
like that's
small
why they're
talk.
sat with you, and like sometimes you say stuff and they're literally like shh, like can't say.
Oh my god.
And like sometimes something just really dramatic has happened, and then you all go for like lunch and stuff, and it's really like everyone wants to talk about it, but you just can't until like
It's got
after
to
lunch
be
and
small
you're filming.
talk, just like keeping it all just like, yeah.
Now it's time for the final game of the show. Sip it or
Ooh.
spill it.
Wow.
Now I've explained the rules of this game to you before. If you lock into the show, you know this is a regular. I will ask you a string of very direct questions. If you want to answer, you simply spill the tea by telling me what the tea is. But if you don't want to answer, that's fine. All you need to do is sip the tea. But remember, sipping the tea is just as shady as spilling the tea. Are your teacups filled up, girls?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got
Great. Have you ever witnessed or heard of a staged relationship after Love Island?
Yeah.
Like, have you?
Yeah, like we've heard of it, right? Like, I'm trying to think an example.
No, you know what it is? I just think when you leave the villa, you come out in a relationship, and you know, like every relationship, when you break up, you consider the pros and cons. When you come out of a Love Island relationship, you have to consider, oh, what about all of our fan pages? The couple fan pages, they're going to be sad. Or what about our Boohoo Man deal together? What's going to happen to that?
So I think know of relationships, I think they've started off on the premise of like, this is good for our clout, and they actually end up do that.
That's interesting. So how long do you think the fake relationships usually last?
I don't think any fake relationship can last.
I feel like, to be fair, I feel like the fake ones can't actually go far unless they turn into like real ones.
So it's a thing, so it happens.
I think, when you come out as a couple, I think it's very common to stay with each other longer publicly, but actually you have broken up, but you're together publicly, but you're not. I think that's a common thing when you leave the villa.
Yeah. Cool. Who is the rudest celebrity or influencer you've met?
Oh. I mean, to be fair, I'm actually lucky. I've never had anyone be really rude. There have been people where I kind of feel like, oh, you're not my kind of person. But luckily, I've never had anyone be outwardly
We was taking a sip.
I've got a few people on my mind. I can't name, so I'm just going to have to.
Yeah, so if you can't name that, you might have to sip that cup. Were the rumours about Tiger sliding into your DMs true?
Eve, I think you need to explain.
Shall I explain? Yeah,
it's been flying around for years.
Wow.
Just spill the tea at this point.
This whole thing, I actually why would I ever say it in the first place? That happened. Okay, what happened is that so we went on a night out. Should I just say the whole thing?
Just say it.
Okay, yeah. So we went on a night out. I think it was Rain, and Tiger was performing. And yeah, that's like when we saw him and met him. And then from there, obviously,
he did message you after that night.
And
hold on. You're skipping some parts. So you've met Tiger at Rain. This is obviously a big performing. This is a plush nightclub in central London. How have you two gotten to speak? Is it just like, hey, come into the VIP, get some drinks? Like, how have you two gotten to speak to each other?
It wasn't like that night we were even like speaking. It was kind of like, I think like we walked past and we saw him, and I think like we made like eye contact or something.
Yeah.
And then
I'm trying to think how we actually knew your Instagram.
How did he find you on Instagram?
How did he? But then, I mean, it wasn't an in-depth conversation. Like, me and Tiger were never a thing. Like, it was literally just like a message and me being like something like,
but the Love Island producers.
Hold on, what was the message? Because what was the message?
It was like the most, like, it wasn't anything like extravagant at all, like nothing
just
juicy,
like,
literally just like, like that kind of thing, and nothing else.
Who's the most famous person, influencer, celeb who's slid into your DMs and has genuinely tried to like, chat you up?
I feel like I've learnt my lesson now.
You can sip the tea.
You need to actually say it.
No, I will die.
Are you not going to say it?
I can't.
It's funny.
Okay. Not again. I'll get destroyed again for the second time.
Haven't you got one?
Oh, she does.
Oh, come on.
You do.
I mean, you're sipping, so I'm sipping.
I think you guys had a good season. I don't think you had many shady cast members on your season.
Everyone from our season. I
told you, I loved everyone from your season.
Anyone. Everyone's
Who was in it? It was you two,
Shauna,
Demi Jones,
Sophie,
Shauna,
Shanice and Luke,
Paige.
Finn,
I feel like Shanice has disappeared a bit. I've not seen her on socials.
Yeah, I feel like obviously she was in the relationship with Luke, and that was very public, and now she's like flying solo, doing her Insta thing. I mean, I don't speak to her.
No.
Yeah. But do you stay in touch with like some of the other cast members?
100%.
We're
Yeah,
really
like
close with
you were with Sophie
Yeah,
yesterday
we were
as well.
Sophie, yeah, like Sophie's like they actually become like, I know everyone says it and it seems so like cringe and that, but they do actually become like your best friends. Like, it's crazy.
Cool. So our prediction is Liv could be making it to the finals.
Yeah,
Yes.
Liv and Will.
But
Liv
not
and Will, but not together.
Definitely not together.
Cool.
I mean, maybe.
We're going to revisit this, okay? I'm going to remind you, and if it happens, I'm actually going to DM you guys like, OMG.
We did it.
We did it.
If Tom goes home,
If Tom goes home,
I'm going to be freaked out.
Yeah. We can actually
All because of these. All because of these. But look, girls, thank you so much for coming on the show. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'll be back next week with more gossip. Make sure you subscribe for more.